Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Toonkind at 12 FPS. I am Oatmeal, and today I will be playing Tarry Mulligan. And with me today is a wonderful friend.
Howdy, hi, it's me, it's Gale. I'm also here. Uh, and I will be playing Yuura Audience today. I am also here with my wonderful friend, who I adore.
Yeah.
Gosh, I'm so rusty at FPSs.
Hey, you're fine. That's fine. So, uh, Tarry is a relatively new character. For those who don't know, he's a friend of the professor's. Um, and he's from a different planet, the planet Earth, which is kind of like D&D Earth. Um, Also Doctor Who
Earth with
Earth.
extra D's.
Yeah. um, but yeah, so he's been, the professor has been showing them around Inkwell, mostly Toontown and Villestown, because he knows those places really well. And at
Mhm.
least Villestown, he can mostly trust them to wander around. Trust his uh,
He can vouch for the safety of Villestown.
yeah,
He he knows the people around here who are responsible for keeping it safe. He trusts them.
right. Um, so Terry is uh Terry wanted to spend some time outdoors, and so he decided to um do a little bit of hiking, and ended up walking through the forest, which is a bit outside Villestown.
Hmm.
Um, and well, he doesn't know this place, and he's not really used to navigating through uh, UPA and trees. Um,
They can be a little bit funky, yeah.
yeah, and so he does get lost. Um, Not that he had any particular direction, but he doesn't know where he is. um, and eventually he comes across a certain area,
Hmm.
just kind of steps into it from the rest of the forest. And
Hmm.
what does he see here?
Um, Roll me a dex save
Oh, certainly.
because I'm guessing,
That's a nat one.
based on that's a nat one. Okay. So, I'm going to let you decide what to do with that because the first thing
Yeah.
that he's going to notice is that as he comes close to this sort of clearing in the woods,
Hmm.
um where it's strange because these are UPA and trees. This is, UPA. Colors are always very bright and very bold and very distinctive. Here, they're kind of turning into sort of a soft blur and a wash, um, sort of, gradiented, if you will.
Hmm.
Um, and then in front of him, as, the trees thin and clear, uh, the grass in this clearing is sharp lines of bright white that make it look like it's made of glass.
Hmm. Uh, yeah, so I think he does, uh, he does make the mistake of thinking that it's glass, and so, he, uh, he, like, steps forward, sees what's there, tries to, like, push himself backwards with, like, like against one of the trees and like ends up just completely throwing himself backwards onto his back.
Bonk.
Yeah. Okay. What? He gets up uh, onto his knees and uh, leans in for a closer look at this weird glass? Grass?
It's grass.
Yeah.
Um, roll me nature.
Okay. Let's see. Nature. Excellent. That's a 12.
12? Okay, that's not bad. Um, hmm. So, on closer inspection, he can probably tell that it is not, in fact, actually made out of glass.
Mm.
It is transparent like glass. It is lighter at its edges the way something made of glass would be. But as he watches, it's pretty tall grass, so it sort of sways as the
Mm.
wind goes through it
Mm-hmm.
in a way that something made of a hard, rigid material like glass would not.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Here's the funny thing. It doesn't make any sound when it moves.
Huh.
It's almost like it knows it's supposed to be there. It's making the impression of something that's supposed to be there.
Mm.
But whatever was supposed to be there isn't anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
It's very puzzling.
mhm. And as he looks up, he sees something made of a very similar material that is a fair bit bigger.
Uh-huh.
Because in the middle of this clearing, there is a very, very, very large tree
Mm-hmm.
that is similarly semi-transparent and glass-like. Um, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, I say. He's gonna get up and just kind of test the grass with his foot. And when it acts like grass, he's going to kind of tentatively step through it to get closer to this weird tree.
hmm Is he trying to be stealthy at all, or is he just kind of having a wander?
Having a wander.
Hmm. So, yeah, as he gets closer, yep, that is big old tree. It looks like it's probably trying to be an oak tree because of the way that, it grows and the leaves are shaped and that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and as he gets closer, he kind of, follows the lines of the branches in the trunk down and spots the gazebo that has been built at the tree's base and kind of wrapped around the trunk of it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's a pretty little thing. Uh, Very, coastal kind of cottagey looking. Um, with little window boxes built on the sides of it, full of different kinds of herbs.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and very thick berry briars growing up trellises, sort of along the pillars.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and to keep with the theme of weird flora, the briars themselves look pretty normal. The berries, on the other hand,
Mm.
those are very large.
Uh-huh.
Those are very large berries. Very, very brightly colored as well. And as he gets closer, he can see that they're kind of semi-transparent and seem to catch the light in such a way that they almost seem to glow.
Mm.
Um, Making them look more like glass or gemstones than like normal fruit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is very quaint. And then he sort of takes everything in, including the incredible strangeness of the plants. Um,
Mhm.
and starts to feel like maybe he shouldn't be here. Uh,
Mhm.
this is a little familiar to some folk tales that he's heard.
Mhm.
You're wandering through the woods and you come across a strange and otherworldly clearing, and there's uh, uh, beautiful um, fruit. Uh, yeah. So uh,
Uh,
he kind of
Real
stops.
quick.
Yeah.
Uh, may I interject with a little bit of a response to what he said?
Right.
Because, yeah, as he says, well, this is quaint. Uh, there's sort of a sound kind of like swishing fabric, and then a quiet laugh, and, well, that's one way to put it.
Hello.
And leaning in the doorway of the gazebo is one whole person.
Mm-hmm.
Where is my boy? There is my boy.
Yes. Wonderful.
Um, yeah. Yetta stands in the doorway of the gazebo and kind of leans against one side of it with his arms crossed and gives a bit of a smile. Just, hello. Don't think I've seen you around before.
Hello. Sorry, I didn't mean to. He just sort of looks around the place and gestures around um, wander onto your property.
Well, that's all right. I don't own it.
Oh, all right. Well, it's very pretty.
Thank you. I'd like to think so as well.
Um, do you know why this um tree's different from the others?
Yep.
No answer. Uh,
Listen, there is no polite way to answer that question.
yeah, no, yeah, there isn't.
The
Um,
context is deeply disturbing.
yeah. Um, uh, is this? Do you uh live here?
At that, he kind of laughs and, shakes his head, just, oh, I spend enough time out here that I might as well, but no, I live in the city.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yes. Villestown then. Right. And he is going to step a little closer to a more polite distance. um,
Mm-hmm.
Uh, oh my gosh. He wants to introduce himself, but he's also thinking, Faye? um,
Yeah, like this kid is very visibly some kind of magic.
yeah. Yeah. Um,
Um,
so
Mind if I roll insight?
oh, you may, yes.
Because Yuura could probably pick up on that, given he does the same thing.
Yeah, he's a little awkward.
All right, that is a 13 plus. What is my modifier again? 12.
Oh. Uh-huh. Uh, total of 25. Yeah. No, he's, a little baffled and, certainly didn't know this was here.
Mm-hmm,
He,
mm-hmm.
uh, he's kind of awkward and it seems like he wants to say something, but, something is stopping him and he seems a little bit wary as he looks around. Um, it could be because this seems like something that somebody should be wary about.
Mm-hmm,
Um,
mm-hmm.
you know, randomly coming across it and not knowing what it is, and Yura's
Mm-hmm.
appearance isn't helping.
Yeah. I think he does, like, again, he's very amused by this interaction, so he just laughs at that again,
Mm-hmm.
kind of hides the smile behind his hand. Um, and then offers a hand to shake and just says, Your audience, pleased to meet you.
uh, he kind of falters for a second because he recognizes that name. But so he shakes his hand as well. Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. Yuura, do you know the professor?
Yes, I do. You also know the professor.
Yes. Yes, he brought me and my friend here. Um,
Oh, right. He told us about that. Harry, right?
Terry.
Terry. Where
Mu-
did I get Harry? Oh, right, source material. Anyway,
he sort
hello.
of tilts his head. Yes.
Don't worry about it.
Uh, yeah. Uh, yes, well, Tarry Mulligan. Um,
Pleased to meet you.
yes, pleased to meet you too. This is a very, honestly, very nice place you've got here. Um, it's, I admit I was a bit perplexed by the, uh, foliage.
It's a long story. It We're working on it.
Hmm. Is it,
It didn't used to be this way, but
oh, something happened to it then?
like I said, it's a long story.
Oh, well, alright. That's, he sort of puts his hands up like, none of my business. Just, just a little curious is all. Um, uh, do you said you spend a lot of time here. Do you, tend to these, planters then?
Oh yeah, I built this whole thing.
You built
Well,
it?
me and the professor built it.
Oh, oh, that's very lovely.
It really was. It was a nice way to spend a couple afternoons in the winter.
Huh.
And I got the plants put down come springtime, and then come summer, gestured at the he gestures at the berries. They kind of exploded.
Yeah, they're very. Is that normal for around here? I've seen some toon produce, but this is. Usually they're a sort of a more familiar size?
Yeah, no, this is bit of a botanical anomaly.
You don't
I
say.
I wouldn't suggest eating one.
Oh
They have
no.
a tendency to knock people on their ass.
Oh no.
Think of it like you took the idea of a berry and distilled it as much as possible and packed it into as small of a space as possible and then tried to put that in your mouth.
Oh, interesting. That's. So it's like a concentrated form. Huh. Well,
It
that's.
makes for very good flavoring for water, but
Oh,
don't try and make it into jam because then you may have made a bioweapon.
goodness.
That took a while to dispose of.
Oh dear. He looks slightly taken aback, like, huh?
We did find out that it can be mixed into other stuff, though.
Oh, um,
Work,
used in.
works well as a flavoring for. I think cheesecake was the one that we tried that worked the best.
Oh, okay.
I've been thinking of trying sort of a custard pie application, see if that works out.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Hmm,
Hmm.
it's always fun to experiment.
Hmm. Well, I say I am curious why these are like that, but hmm.
We're not sure yet.
Uh-huh. Anything to do with? He sort of points up that. Do you reckon?
Almost definitely.
Hmm.
The similarities are probably a sure sign of that, but
Right.
they were supposed to be raspberries.
Huh. Yeah, they're rather a bit big for that. And
Yeah,
shiny.
very, very much so.
Dear.
What brings you out all this way?
Oh, I uh, just wanted to get out and get some fresh air. Um, spend a little bit of time in nature. Uh,
Hmm,
after being in the city a while.
makes sense. The woods around here are good for that.
Yes, I've enjoyed them so far.
Hmm. Just be careful not to go too far afield.
Mm. Uh,
I've heard from some people that it is very, very easy to walk miles in minutes.
oh my. I wonder. Hmm. He sort of like. I wonder if that still uh, applies to real kind.
I'm not sure.
Hmm. Your tune?
Oh boy. Your turn to roll insight.
Uh huh.
My turn to roll. I guess deception works. Okay, that's a 6 plus
Let's
5.
see. Insight. That is one of our better ones. Okay. Oh yeah. All right.
Okay, yeah, you have that beat.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, there is the smallest bit of a stutter reaction when he answers, because there's kind of a pause and then he drags out the first letter of just, yep.
He kind of pauses as well, like, uh,
Um, with the 23, I can give you,
mm,
he's being honest.
ah,
He is not used to this being the answer.
huh,
It's the kind
interesting.
of answer that you see from people who, for example, are maybe recently married, but
Ah,
only,
yes.
and still getting used to the change of surname.
Right. Or it was their birthday yesterday and they're like, I'm how old again?
Yeah, it was their birthday yesterday, and it's like, I'm 26. No, I'm 27.
Yeah. um he's sort of he's sort of um you don't sound terribly sure of that. Um did you
Eh.
grow up around here?
Oh, not in the slightest.
Hmm.
Let's say you and I have a bit of something in common in that regard.
Ah. Ha. He sort of even though they're like completely alone here, he does sort of like uh lean in conspiratorially, like, are you from a different planet too?
Yuna does like kind of again. He just keeps this interaction just keeps making him laugh, and I love that. He does like kind of giggle a bit at the conspiratorial whisper and just you know, playfully puts a hand next to his mouth as though trying to
uh-huh.
hide what he's saying and just between you and me, we're pretty sure it might be a different dimension.
Oh goodness.
Very far from home.
Oh my. Wow. I can't say I know how that works. I would have to ask the professor.
Well, it's a guess for now, but
Mm. Well, you
I'm not exactly from around here either.
right. Well, um how have you been I don't know, I suppose.
Adjusting?
Oh, well, how do you like it? How long have you been here?
Um, Goodness, how long has it been? And he kind of tilts his head back and thinks, because God, so
Yeah.
many of these answers are complicated.
uh,
And he kind of wobbles his hand a little bit and says, for simplicity's sake, let's say 2 years?
oh, all right. I think I've only been a bit about maybe a week and a half for me.
Personally, I quite like it here. Are you enjoying yourself?
Yes, I think so. It's very pleasant, and the people are very nice. At least the ones I've met.
Yeah, it's a breath of fresh air, honestly. Everyone here is incredibly kind.
Yes. Hmm.
Speaking of niceness, where are my manners? Would you like to come in?
Oh, of course, certainly. Thank you.
And he will step aside. Well, I say step, he's wearing roller skates, so
Uh, yeah.
it sort of just glides backward a bit, pulls back the curtain, in sort of a after you gesture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he does as he moves notice Terry does notice those. Are those entirely practical in a forest?
Well, they've never given me trouble.
Really? I suppose you must be uh, very good at maneuvering around on those things then.
It comes pretty easy to me, yeah.
Hmm.
And I went so long without them. The day I take them off is probably the day I put myself in the dirt at this point. Well, that of the day, it's a special event calls for it, I suppose. Can't exactly go wearing roller skates under an evening gown.
Hmm. Yes, I can see how that would be. And then he just sort of like his brows furrow, like, wait a second, what? um, because he's thinking, oh yes, no, that would be impractical because it would tangle with the. And he's like, wait a second. Um, he sort of pauses and thinks, and I'm gonna roll history to see if he remembers what pronouns the professor used for him. Um,
Hmm.
oh, Terry, that is a 4. He does not remember. Um,
He no member. He
no,
forgore.
he forgot. Uh, yeah. So, well, he's gonna put his new knowledge from Tome to work here, um, and kind of awkwardly he does he has come inside, but he sort of awkwardly rubs the back of his neck. um Say, I uh do you how do they put it, uh use um what pronouns, what do you use?
Oh, he, him, and they, them. She, her, but only if I'm on stage.
Oh, I see. Hence the evening gown.
Sometimes, although sometimes it's just nice.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like some juice?
Yes, as long as it's not the sort that'll knock me out. Um,
Don't worry, heavily diluted.
all right then. Yes.
He picks up a pitcher full of violently red liquid,
Uh,
um, and sort of pours that out into a couple of glasses that he's got on a tray and leads the way over around kind of the warping glass effect of the tree trunk in the middle of the room to sort of a sitting area where there's, chairs and a small table.
mhm. Yeah. He sort of like he sits down and sort of chuckles at the drink, like, I really should probably be more cautious about trying things like this. I mean, for all I know, you're serving me blood.
Oh, did the fangs give me away?
Oh dear. uh, you are rather pale.
Family trade.
Uh,
And yeah, actually, I just realized this.
mm.
Oatmeal, remind me who Terry's met?
um,
Because I know
Tome
he's met Tome
and Crystal, and
and Crystal.
okay, and the welcoming party, which had Arata, Azumi, Jeannie, Aurelia, Angelique, and Tangi and Tome.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, um, Yuta says like family trait. It's a family resemblance.
Right.
And yeah, there are identifiable, you know, similarities between Yuura and Tome.
Yeah.
Very, very similar coloring and line art styles.
Mm-hmm. He sort of blinks. Um, are you related to Tome by any chance?
Um, yeah, he's my dad.
Oh. Oh, that's right. He was telling me about his children. Right. Okay. Right.
One of many.
Yes, of a few, certainly. And now I am actually going to check and see what uh, Tome said about him, in case it would lead to a bit of conversation. Let's see here.
Mm-hmm.
Da da da. Ba 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 ba. He sort of like tilts his head and he's like, let's see. Are you the detective or secretary?
I would be the secretary.
I see. Who are you a secretary
Um,
for?
you can't just hand me this.
Uh huh.
Who are you the secretary for? A detective.
Oh, which one? Not your. Wait. He was going to say your brother, but then he's like, hold on. But they said the found family part isn't necessarily transferable, so that doesn't necessarily mean. uh, so
Not for Camille, no. He's a little young to be a secretary. He's a little young to have a secretary. Um, I work for Miss Moria. Have you met her?
I haven't yet. Heard a bit, but haven't met her yet. I
Oh,
really,
she's lovely.
really ought to soon.
You should. She's a lovely lady.
Hmm.
Really helped me out when I first showed up,
Hmm.
and I've been working for her ever since.
Oh, nice.
As he's sitting down, he sort of shrugs off his coat and drapes it over the back of the chair that he's going to sit down in.
Hmm.
Um, it doesn't show properly here because it is admittedly cut a bit low.
Hmm.
But the top part of his outfit is sort of a black tunic dress
Hmm.
over the pants, so it's not like, take the take the coat off and there's nothing underneath.
Right. He's not shirtless under there. It's just low cut.
Yeah.
Got it.
Um, and he's got the um bandages all the way up to his basically just below his shoulders.
Hmm. Are you Did you get sunburnt or something? He sort of gestures at his own arm.
Yoda like blinks, looks a little confused for a second, and then looks down and just says, "Oh, those old news. Uh, long story. Same long story as." He points at the tree.
Hmm. Sort of a raised eyebrow, but if you say so. Um, yeah, he's gonna try the juice. How's the juice?
Roll a con save.
Hell yeah.
And I will do the same.
Okay, he has a good modifier, so
13 plus 0.
it's a 26.
Okay, so he's fine.
Yeah.
Because the DC was a 15. Yuura got a 13,
Ooh,
so he kinda he takes a sip and just, oh, that's a bit strong.
you're right there.
Like I said, bit of a berry flavored kick in the teeth.
Hmm.
He reaches over to sort of a cooler that he's got set up, pulls out a bottle of water, and further dilutes what's in his glass.
Yeah,
Um, for Terry, it's not so strong as to get that kind of a reaction.
but it's very strong.
It is quite possibly the most berry flavored drink he has ever had. Not any specific berry,
Hmm.
just generically berry.
Yeah.
If he tried to put a pin on what kind of berry it is, there is no pinning it down.
And
But
he
that
does
sure do
try.
be berry.
Oh, wow.
That sure do be berry.
Wow. It's intense.
Mhm.
It's fantastic. And honestly, it seems blended so well that I can't even tell what it is. Besides, well, fruit.
That's the thing. It all comes from just the one plant.
Huh.
My current running theory is that there's so little definition in the soil here to be taken up into the plant life that they have to, the plants have to assert themselves a lot more strongly to be able to grow into what they're supposed to be. Um,
Oh.
so my theory is that basically the fruit just got really, really focused on being a berry and went a little overboard.
That's. I don't know if that's at all scientific, but if this place works the way I've been told, that does sound plausible.
Yoda laughs and says, honestly, I have no idea how the people around here who are scientists do anything because this place is so weird.
Oh, I don't know. I think the best I could say is with great difficulty. At least if um, Dr. Everlight's research is any indication.
Oh, you've met Crystal. She's brilliant, isn't she?
Oh, she absolutely, absolutely, really helped me and Jera Shane understand much better um, about this place.
Yeah, it can be a bit to wrap your head around.
Yes. Um, Also saved me from a falling piano.
Ah, God, the first week I was here, I kept getting sidetracked trying to find breakfast places because of falling piano incidents
Oh,
happening right outside the cafes.
oh my goodness. Well, it gave me a right start, I'll tell you.
I can imagine. It's a bit of a it's always a bit of a surprise the first time it happens.
Certainly. Goodness.
It does tend to knock you into the right people though.
I suppose.
That's how I met my friend Minami.
Hmm.
You'll probably meet her around at some point if you're staying in Villestown long.
I've been told to ask her for movie recommendations.
Oh, yes, she's very good at those.
Mm.
She knows a lot more about what's going on in the local movie theaters than I do. I'm
Ah,
more of a stage person myself,
oh,
so she's always the one to go to for recommendations.
ah. Yeah, so the professor did describe you as a bit of a theater kid.
Well, he's not wrong.
Have you worked on any productions around here?
I'm helping out with one at the moment.
Mm.
I tend to go down to the theater I currently help out at on the weekends,
Mm.
helping them build some sets and such. Um,
Very nice.
it seems to be a little bit of a independent production. It looks like they're trying out something that uh, one of their own frequent flyers wrote.
Oh, I see. Something new.
Hmm.
Oh,
Very exciting.
yes.
Um, Bit of a dark one, which is,
Mm.
always a risk in Villestown, but
Mm.
building the sets has at the very least been very interesting.
Yes.
Can't say I've ever built a temple for the stage before.
Oh my. A temple. Huh.
Hmm.
Well, you built this, so they're very fortunate to have you.
Uh, well, what can I say? Putting a whole house back together does tend to hone your skills.
A whole house.
Hmm. Oh, yes. Took me a couple years, but I got it. I got it set up, and then it got immediately demolished.
Oh no.
And then we had to do it all over again. But I had help that time, so it was all right.
I say. You lived somewhere pretty run down then.
Oh, very much. Literally called ramshackle, if you'd believe it.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah,
Sounds like you made the most of it,
haunted ass
though.
dorm building. Oh, yes, we did our best.
Haunted, do you think so?
Think so. Chased the ghosts out myself.
Did you?
And they kept coming back. No matter how many times my cat lit them on fire.
Uh, your cat. Was your cat
Hmm.
the sort that talks like Genie?
Um, Sword that talks, yes. Like Genie, not exactly.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's fair.
Fire was her own special kind of different beast.
Mm-hmm.
She was a good friend.
I see. Did you did you have to leave Dyer when you moved?
No. Um, no, she. We went our separate ways recently.
Oh, well, that's all right, lad. I'm sure you might even you might see her again someday. Um, it sounds like you were very
Maybe.
good friends.
Yeah, she was kind of the only friend I really had for about 4 years there.
Oh,
Dare say I wouldn't have survived without her.
mm. He's giving a sort of sympathetic nod.
But things happen, and she, for a lot of reasons, she went her own way. And she had long since gotten to the point of where she deserved to go and have her own adventures separate from me. You know how it is.
Sure, sure. Not everybody can stay together. It doesn't always work out. And from what I know of cats, they do like to strike out on their own.
Yep. And as much as she would try to insist that she wasn't a cat,
Mm,
she definitely had that aspect.
mm, mm,
Oh, but that's enough about me.
mm.
How's about you? Have you been enjoying things since you've arrived?
Oh, well, uh, very well, I must say. Been doing a bit of exploring, a bit of research. I wanted to make sure I would, um, uh, wanted to make sure that if something happened, I wouldn't try to heal somebody in the wrong way. Um, uh, I'm
Good
a,
thinking.
yes, um, I'm a medical officer, so it's kind of my prerogative.
Oh, you're a doctor?
Uh, yes, of sorts. It's, uh, it's a military education rather than a sort of the usual track. It goes a bit different, but uh, yes. I don't know if you can. No, I suppose. No, no, I do qualify as a doctor. Yes. I suppose I'm just not used to the title. I'm usually usually being called surgeon lieutenant.
Oh, goodness, that's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it?
A bit,
Quite a few syllables.
I suppose.
But,
Yes, it's.
Yuura, you can't ask that. I'm shaking
Oh
him.
no.
Because he wants to ask just, oh, military, did you like that? And then I just want to smack him upside the head like, sweetheart, you know the military is bad. And he would just be like, wait, yeah, no, wait.
He can ask. I mean, all told, Terry does not consider his experience bad.
I think, like, he goes to ask, pauses, holds up a finger, reworks his words in his head, and just, uh, you know, spins them back out again as sort of, so, what was that like?
Oh, of the military? Well, right now I'm sort of let's see, a position, sort of a special agent. Um, there's this force called Turek. Um, we sort of uh, work in the shadows and take care of threats that the people don't know about. Um,
Hmm.
uh, the public doesn't uh, suspects but isn't quite aware of the frequent alien invasions, for example.
Yuna does kind of laugh a little bit at that. Just, oh, those pesky aliens.
Right? Eh. Oh, we've got the professor on our side, so
Well, he's a good one to have.
certainly.
That man can be quite frightening when he wants to be.
Yes.
but he's got a good heart.
Oh, absolutely. Um, yes, I would say I like my current, uh, what's the word? Oh,
Assignment?
yes, I like my current assignment. It's, it's challenging and fulfilling, and I feel like I'm uh, making a difference and sort of making the best use of my uh, abilities and talents and such. Um, Before this, I was a sailor with the Royal Navy, which I quite enjoyed. I very much liked being out at sea, working on um, various vessels, traveling.
Yetta does like perk up a little bit at that and just what sort of places have you been to?
Oh boy, let's see. Um, I am going to pull up a world map so that I can make up some fake names of different ports. Um, if I can find one that's big enough. Yeah, that's big enough. Let's see. Um, uh, well, I sort of briefly spent a. It was sort of a strange, sort of a strange situation. We were just moving things really from place to place. Um, Down in Talma, um, very how to describe it? Um, the the God, how do I describe it without using Earth terms?
I'm so sorry for putting you on the spot like
Oh,
this.
it's okay. Um, it's it's this place next to this peninsula nation with very rich history. There are uh, if you go over, there's all sorts of ancient temples and statues and stuff. Much of it long crumbled away or destroyed in um, ancient battles, but uh, very interesting to see. I definitely recommend, um, seeing that sort of thing at least once.
It definitely sounds like it would be very pretty.
Oh yes, beautiful place, and climate's a lot nicer than a lot more pleasant than where I'm from. It's almost constantly overcast where I'm from.
Yetta does sort of laugh at that and says, "Oh, I kind of had a feeling.
Yeah. uh,
Bit of a cold and rainy sort of place."
yes, exactly. Let's see. Uh, I spent a bit of time up north. Uh, a bit of time in uh, the the middle sea between Ibtrain and Warnay.
I'm trying to think of what those are, and I'm drawing a blank.
Britain and Norway.
Oh.
The North Sea. He's referring to the North Sea.
Oh. Because, like, Yuura would probably be able to put this stuff together because he's a history nerd.
Oh, yeah.
I would not. I have no brain cells.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
No, he's
and he
talking about,
kinda...
yeah, the sea east of the UK.
Yuura clicks his tongue just... "Oh, that sounds like it'd be awful chilly."
It was very. Thankfully, I had some very nice wool sweaters to wear.
Those are always good for cold, wet sort of weather.
Oh, yes.
My nono insisted on them every time we went out for the winter holidays.
Well, your nono was smart. I think most sailors who went out without one um, didn't.
Very swiftly regretted it.
Oh, yes, and were very quick to try to acquire one. Yes, I suppose I do like the cold. I don't mind it. I suppose. Well, I guess sailing where I do, you kind of have to be used to it.
Personally, I've always been fonder of warmer weather, but
Mm-hmm.
he shrugs. I'm a summery person at heart. Although, I will say this for the cold. When you're cold, you can always pile on more blankets. When you're hot, you can only take off so much before you're either getting charged with public indecency or trying to peel off your skin.
You make a very good point. Yes. Uh, I feel like when I go to more sort of hotter, arid places, I don't quite know what to do with myself.
I find that lighter, looser clothes tend to be helpful. Linen really is your best friend.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Although I did get to visit, well, visit is a strong term. I did get to pass through a city that was quite fond of silk at one point, and apparently that's very good for the heat as well.
Oh.
Uh, Although it does depend on the make and the weight of it.
Uh-huh. Hmm. Well, now that's a textile I don't quite have as much knowledge of. I've got a
It's
silk
a
rope in my
little bit of
pack,
a
and that's about
rarity.
it. Oh, I see.
Goodness knows it's expensive.
Hmm. Yes. I think I was only given this, and he goes into his uh, messenger bag, which when he came in here, he'd been kind of wearing around his back, um,
Hmm.
because he was hiking around. Um, he pulls out this silken rope, just kind of a whole skein of it, skein, uh,
Skein.
skein. Um, I don't
Some people say skein, but that just sounds weird.
fair. Um, I think I really only got this because it had some sort of ceremonial value, something to do with my being a cleric. I'm really not sure. You know, it's fun to it's fun to use when practicing tying knots, though.
Well, I can imagine it's probably a fair bit more flexible than, say, hemp rope.
Yes, I do have some of that, but this is a lot lighter, certainly.
A lot lighter, a fair bit more flexible. You can probably get tighter knots in that.
Oh yes.
Are you new to the being a cleric thing?
Oh, no. It's just
I just asked because you didn't sound certain of it. Sorry.
no, 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 no. That's a fair question. I I suppose it's just there's sort of a culture around it that I don't really get or subscribe to. There's sort of some woo woo nonsense. Um, but I'm really just here for the sort of practical side of things.
Ah, gotcha. Not so much into the divine aspect.
Oh, well, divine would be pushing it. They haven't really considered them divine for, well, a few centuries, I think.
Hmm?
Our our monarchs. We used to think they were gods, or people did rather, not we. But not so anymore.
Oh.
And they never were.
You know, just
But you can get power from them.
putting some things, you know, just putting things together in his brain, just like, oh, right, this guy's from England.
Uh huh. Royal Navy. Uh huh. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's a little bit of a wrinkle of the nose at that, of just, always fun when royals fashion themselves gods. Good
Yes.
on your lot for figuring out the ruse, then.
He just sort of gives a sort of like jaunty toast with his cup. um, yeah. So
You know,
so
Will just jokingly cheers.
so I don't really go into the bowing and scraping so much as just paying my dues enough that I'm uh, allowed to use magic.
Fair enough.
um,
So, yours has magic.
uh, oh, my planet. Yes. Much less than here. Um,
Mm.
much less than here. But um, yeah, no, we do have it.
Hmm.
It's more sort of, it doesn't suffuse the place as much as it's sort of sprinkled around.
Mm-hmm.
Places that are stronger with magic and places that are um, probably mostly devoid of it.
More like water than air.
Yes. Yes.
That makes sense.
Although there is an awful lot of water on our planet. Maybe more like land.
Maybe. I was thinking water in the sense of, well, there's probably a fair bit of it, but however much is usable is And he wiggles a hand.
Oh, as far as drinking, oh, absolutely. No, that I can sort of understand. Yes.
And however much is accessible in different
Oh,
areas might vary.
oh, certainly. Oh, absolutely. It's
Hence, water metaphor.
quite so.
Analogy?
Hmm. He sure
I need to
shrugs.
brush back. I need to brush back up on my writing terms. Maybe the people who've been asking me are right. Maybe I should go back to school. If I can't tell the difference between a metaphor and analogy, really, what kind of person am I? He's very clearly being sarcastic.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
No, clearly my worth as a person has been ruined. I must commit myself to an institution to better myself, etc., blah, blah, blah.
Oh, well, I'm not going to be the one to dissuade you.
I did my time of college. I'm not looking forward to going back anytime soon.
Ah, that's fair. Hmm. There are quite a few schools that are leave a bad taste in the mouth. So shall we say?
That's certainly a way to put it. Do you know how long you and Miss Jera, you said, are staying?
Hmm. Um. Come to think of it, I don't know. Well, we just sort of figured it would be for a while, and the professor's able to sort of pop us back whenever.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
Hang on, I gotta roll something.
Mm.
Because Yoda has yet to be explicitly told that the professor is a time traveler.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm just gonna, like, in his own way, he knows,
Oh, yeah.
but 14 plus 5, that's 19. Uh, just sort of, the mention of the professor can pop us back whenever. Yoda's internal reaction is, oh, okay, so that is still a thing. But he covers the reaction probably decently enough with a 19.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And just nods and sips his drink. Well, I'm sure we'd be happy to have you for as long as you'd like to stay.
That's very nice of you.
Of course. Really, there's a lot to see around here if you get the chance.
There is. There is. And I do look forward to exploring some of it.
If you finding your way here means anything, you're pretty good at finding the good stuff. Not to toot my own horn or anything.
Oh, no, I would say this place is very nice. Certainly the highlight of this forest.
Oh, thank you. I intend to make it a little bit better eventually. It's slow going doing most of the work by myself, but
Mm.
eventually I hope to make it into a sort of garden.
Hmm.
I think it would be nice to have a place where people could come and visit and take a load off for a while.
Yes.
Plot does tend to be a bit ruthless with my family.
Ah. Yes, I've heard of this plot.
Yep. It's one of those things that takes a bit of getting used to.
Mm.
Some people subscribe to it more than others.
Yes, yes. Well, in any case, I wish you luck with your garden.
Thank you. I think it's going to turn out nice when it's ready.
I'm sure it will.
I think I think the next bit that I'm planning on is turning up some of the dirt to make into flower beds.
Mm.
Although with how the berries turned out,
Uh.
I'm a little worried we might get a bit of an Alice in Wonderland situation. If I get giant talking flowers, I'm not going to know what to do with myself.
Oh my.
I'm not even sure if I'm zoned for that.
I don't know if that. Who would even own the land? Oh, I don't know. That's. He put his hands up like, that's a question for somebody who lives here.
That's a question for someone who lives here and is acquainted with bureaucracy, which should be me, because that is literally my job. But
Oh.
as far as I can tell, nobody owns this land, so I should be fine? Probably. I still don't want to deal with giant talking flowers,
Mm. Mm.
because that sounds very inconvenient. Flowers have a tendency to bicker if they have the ability to speak in ways that each other can hear.
Is that right?
Hmm.
I can't say that I've met any talking plants, I don't think.
Uh, I've got a bit of a knack for it. He raises, raises a hand and sort of wiggles his fingers. Magic-y sparkles.
Oh. What kind of magic do you use?
Um, he again, there's that kind of moment of like you know an answer, but you have to figure out the way to word it
Mm.
because the way he wants to word it is, "Oh, I use talking magic."
Mm.
Because that's what it was called in the mirror.
Uh-huh.
But that's not what it would be called here.
Yeah.
Um, bardic magic, I think. I
Oh,
think that's what it's called.
the same stuff the professor uses then.
Yes, he's been very helpful in helping me figure out how that whole mess works.
Mm. Are they different between here and where you used to be?
Mm, they're different between here and where I learned them.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Yes, I imagine that would be quite an adjustment. Oh goodness!
Mm.
If I had to learn a different magic system, I'm just fortunate that my magic is compatible with this place.
Well, you are luck. We are pretty lucky in that regard. A lot of magic does tend to seem to be fairly cross-compatible. For example, I'm surprised that this thing still works. And he pulls out his pocket mirror and sort of flicks it open, and all of the little screens flicker to life.
Ooh, I say, what a fancy little doodad.
Isn't it? It's a lovely little bit of tech. Classmate of mine made it for me.
I
It
think
does tend to come in handy.
he sort of like pokes his finger like through one of the holo screens.
um, as he pokes it, it like kind of bends under his finger and then like scoots away.
Oh my.
Yeah, they do that. Fun little thing is that all the screens are shaped like flowers.
Yay! That's cute.
It comes in handy for keeping files organized and for creating maps and taking notes when I need to during phone calls, that sort of thing.
You can do all that just on this little thing.
Hmm. Oh yeah. I can also do some light forensic analysis. Nothing too in depth, but I can figure out what something is, for example.
Oh, goodness
Um,
gracious.
Came in handy once. Somebody dropped a jar of jam, and there was a whole freak out about it that dragged out all the police, and they were waiting for a detective because they all thought it was blood. Nobody thought to
Ah.
check. It was jam. It was strawberry jam.
Oh, I see.
Laid into the laid into them a little bit for that.
Yes. Well, they didn't even go for a sniff test.
That's what I'm saying. Tom got very mad at me for doing that.
uh. Oh well.
Apparently, you're not supposed to touch that sort of thing.
Touch. There's probably something to that. Most of the time, I think you could probably give it a whiff without too much issue.
Probably. I wasn't thinking my clearest, but
Ah.
we did figure it out.
Uh-huh.
I would be careful of that sort of thing,
Of what?
especially in Villestown.
Of of what sort of thing?
Oh, Villestown is very prone to the mystery genre.
Oh, the murders. Jared told me.
Yeah, some of them are murders, some of them are thieveries, some of them are misunderstandings that get way out of hand.
Hmm.
Just expect the unexpected. I know it took me a little bit of time to get used to when I got here, and figured I'd best
Ha.
pass that message on a little bit.
Yes. Yes. I've. I suppose I'm doing my best.
Yeah, Yuura just gives him a look like, don't jinx yourself. Don't say you've yet to encounter anything.
uh.
That's jinxing it, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yuura just smiles and says, yeah, that's about all that any of us can do.
Right. Hmm.
He does sort of glance at one of the little flower screens and looks out the window and just, oh, is that the time?
Oh.
We ought to be getting back if we're going to be back to the city before dark.
Ah. He looks at his own watch. Ah, yes. You're right. Do you know the way out of here? Because I can't say that I would be able to figure it out.
Got yourself a bit lost?
A bit.
Oh, don't worry. I know the way back like the back of my hand.
All right.
And he uh he like slips his coat back on, reaches into the pocket, pulls out Fata, and sort of just flicks the fan through the air,
Hmm.
and all of the sort of curtains around the gazebo swish and snap themselves shut. That should
Hmm.
keep anything from getting too messed up overnight.
Hmm.
Shall we? And he will, do the sort of silly offering someone your arm type of thing.
He will respond in kind. We shall.
Off we go then. Um, and Yuna, I think, mentions something along the lines of like, I know a couple places to stop for dinner if you'd like.
Oh, yes.
Uh, we can we can pan out from there as these two take off back out into the woods.
Yeah! Yes. Oh, that was really cute.
Yeah.
Aw. Thank you for doing an FPS with me.
Thank you for doing an FPS with me. This was so much fun.
Yeah. Ah. Okay. All right. That is going to do it for us. Th-
For
uh,
this evening.
right, right. Don't have any current listeners, but thank you, future listeners, for the video. We, uh, uh,
We'll see you in the next one.
yes, and we bid you all a good time zone. Bye bye.
Bye bye.